Dear friends, we must never underestimate the power of loyalty, bravery, and love. This is the story of a humble farmer, his loyal water buffalo, and how they saved an entire village from disaster. Stay with me until the end of this story. And if you found this story inspiring, share it with your friends and family. Let's spread positivity to the world. In a quiet village, there lived a humble farmer named Thomas. He had no riches, no big house, no modern tools and equipment, just a small patch of land, and his old water buffalo, Bella. Every morning, Thomas and Bella would set off before sunrise. They would work side by side, plowing, carrying water, hauling firewood. The villagers often laughed behind Thomas's back. "Still using that old buffalo?" they'd say. "Why not get a tractor like the rest of us?" But Thomas would smile. "Bella may be old, but she's never let me down." Years passed. The village grew. New machines, new roads, bigger farms. But Thomas and Bella stayed the same, working quietly, earning just enough to survive. Then, one summer evening, everything changed. Dark clouds gathered over the hills. The winds howled through the village trees. But no one expected what was coming. By nightfall, a massive storm hit the valley, the worst in 50 years. Rain poured for hours. The river that ran beside the village began to rise. And then, just past midnight, the dam upstream cracked. A powerful wave of water surged down the valley, and it was headed straight for the village. People panicked. Children cried. But Thomas, who lived on the edge of the forest, saw it first. He ran out into the storm and shouted to Bella, who was already stomping and snorting nervously. Without wasting a second, Thomas loaded a lantern, rope, and supplies onto Bella's back. "We've got to warn them," he whispered. And into the rain they went, a man and his buffalo, through mud, wind, and darkness. The main road was flooded. Trees had fallen. The tractors couldn't move, but Bella could. Step by step, she pushed through rocks, waded through water, and marched forward with strength no one knew she had. By the time they reached the village square, Thomas was shouting at the top of his lungs. "The dam has broken. The water is coming. We have to move now." At first, the villagers didn't believe him. But then they heard the roar, the sound of water rushing like a beast down the valley. People grabbed what they could. But not everyone could move fast, especially the elderly and the children. And once again, Bella stepped up. She carried 2 children at once. She hauled supplies. She went back and forth across the rising water without fear. Thomas tied ropes to Bella and used her to guide people across safely. She led over a dozen villagers through the flood. And when a young boy was stuck on a rooftop, afraid to jump, Bella stood beneath him and let the child leap onto her back. By dawn, the village was safe, soaked, cold, but alive. The floodwaters tore through the empty homes, but not a single life was lost. Because of Thomas, and because of Bella. That morning, the village elder came to Thomas with tears in his eyes. "We were wrong about you," he said, "and we were wrong about Bella." The villagers gathered around. They patted Bella, fed her sugarcane and fruit, and whispered thanks. From that day forward, no one called her just an old buffalo again. She was a hero. And Thomas? He was offered a new home, new tools, and help with his farm. But he smiled and said, "All I need is this land, and Bella by my side." My dear friends, sometimes we laugh at the old, the simple, the slow. But strength isn't always loud. Bravery isn't always bold. Remember, True strength lies in loyalty, love, and patience. This story teaches us to never underestimate the power of loyalty and love. Remember, a heart that never gives up can change the world. If you found this story inspiring, let us know in the comments. And for more inspiring stories like this, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Tales to Share. See you in the next story.